Before we get into Cartethyia Kit, there are 3 things you need to know about her. First off, Cartethyia is an HP scaling character. Every single one of her attacks scales with her HP. Second, the damage that she deals is amplified by 10% for every stack of arrow erosion inflicted on a target. Third, and most importantly, Cartethyia can inflict arrow erosion stacks herself. This increases the value of her kit and provides a lot more flexibility in terms of team comps. Diving into her kit, Cartethyia summons swords depending on the attack used. Using her basic attack summons the Sword of Divinity, while her resonant skill summons the Sword of Virtue. The Sword of Discord is summoned when either her intro or heavy attack is used. Each of these swords lasts for 20 seconds, and only one sword of each type can exist at a time. These swords are converted into buffs on using Carthethia's mid-air attack. The buffs obtained here come into play once Cartethyia transforms into Fleur-de-Lis by using Liberation. The Mandate of Divinity buff amplifies arrow erosion damage and decreases the damage interval for enemies close to Fleur-de-Lis. Heart of Virtue generates a force field to slow down targets. Finally, the buff Power of Discord consumes 1 stack of arrow erosion to deal damage. Transforming into Fleur-de-Lis will put her into Manifest state, take away half of her HP, give her 60% arrow damage buff, and enhance all of her attacks. All of Fleur-de-Lis' enhanced attacks provide her with Conviction. The goal here is to obtain 120 points of Conviction and use her second Liberation. To reach the 120 points of Conviction, there are a few combos that can be done using her enhanced attacks. Once you have 120 points of Conviction, using her second Liberation will restore 50% of her HP that she has previously lost, remove all stacks of arrow erosion from the target, and deal damage to all targets in a straight line. Additionally, the damage taken by the target is amplified by 20% for each stack of arrow erosion removed. So Carthethia's rotation starts with either her intro, basic, heavy attack, or resonant skill to summon 1 sword. Then you follow it up with her mid-air attack to convert those swords into buffs. Cartethyia then transforms into Fleur-de-Lis by using Liberation and collects 120 points of Conviction. She finishes the rotation by using her second Liberation and then Outro. As for her Carthethia's teams, her best teammates will be Sakona and Arrow Rover. Sakona amplifies Carthethia's arrow erosion damage by 100% and also provides the entire team with a 24% arrow damage buff. Sakona's Liberation, which inflicts arrow erosion stacks, and Arrow Rover's Outro make them both perfect teammates for Cartethyia. Carthethia's Outro, which amplifies the damage dealt to targets with negative statuses, can help Sakona and Rover deal more damage. Alternatively, you could switch out Sakona for Phoebe. Phoebe applies Spectro-Frazzle, and these Spectro-Frazzle stacks can be converted into arrow erosion stacks with the help of Arrow Rover. The remaining options for Carthethia's teammates will not apply arrow erosion. Alto, whose Outro amplifies arrow damage, and supports like Shorekeeper and Verena have good synergy with Cartethyia. Rosia and Sanwa are decent alternatives since a good chunk of Carthethia's damage is considered basic attack damage. Moving on to Carthethia's weapons, her signature, which has an HP main stat, is the best option. It increases HP, ignores the target's defense, and amplifies damage for targets with arrow erosion. Apart from Carthethia's signature, other swords don't provide HP. Red Spring and Looming Gloss provide basic attack damage buffs, while Emerald of Genesis is the last alternative. Finally, let's move on to Echo sets. Windward Pilgrimage is Carthethia's best set as it provides both arrow damage bonus and crit rate. The alternative will be the Gusts of Welkin set. The 4 cost for both these Echo sets is Carthethia's Echo. Although Cartethyia is an HP scaling character, she will need to have a decent crit ratio as well. Here are the Echo stats that she needs.